Hello, welcome back to Farm Base with Make. And I'm about stocking another batch of broilers. So I intend to share an update today on brooder setup, what you need to do before stocking your birds. This is very, very important for your success. Now, the very first thing you do, especially if you've just finished a batch of birds and you intend stocking another one, is to look out for minor repair. Like this very one, now you can see some hole here. I don't want this because rat can easily get into this brooder or pen if I decide to leave it that way. Then you can see this other hole here, so I'll need to do those minor repair before clean up. Now this another one, I wouldn't want to leave it this way. Now there are so many of them like that. This is because the net I made use of, I shouldn't have used this. It was after I bought it that I discovered that this shouldn't have been the proper net I should have used to net around this pen, because this one doesn't last within 1 year or two. As far as it's somehow exposed to the weather, so it will be getting broken. So I wouldn't advise anyone to make use of that, because instead there is a better one here, because this is a bit thicker than this other one that I showed. This is thicker and this lasts longer. I even did this before this other one, and this one is staying tight. So in case you want to net around your pen, don't make use of that tiny one. Ensure you make use of this, because rat cannot get through this into your pen. It's still very, very okay. Though the best is this square one, because this has been around for close to going to 4 years now, if I'm not mistaken, and it's still very, very okay. Now it's quite expensive. That's the only disadvantage of this. It's quite expensive compared to every other one. So now we did some level of work before now. You know, before now it was somehow this Alumaco board and some iron sheet that I used to do this base. So I decided to raise it up a little, then while creating walkway in here so that we can easily walk there to wherever we want to walk to. Now this block walk, I just did it and then walk on this entrance too. If you remember, that we had some wood here that was blocking this place to where the door is, so I decided to use block. So I'll still need to do a bit of plastering here so that everything will be nice. Now once we are done with that, the next thing we'll get into quickly is clean up. You remember we used to have something like drainage here where I jam floor this place so that water that is coming down from that other end can go through here to this other end. But I have blocked it because I've been able to create another way, another path for the water to run through. So I have broken this place down. So I'm going to cement this place now so that drainage won't pass through here anymore. We do the repair. Then once we are done with the repair, we do the cleanup. Now this is our nipple drinker. We've had it already. This is because it has not been in use since the Christmas batch of birds that we raised. So everything will be cleaned thoroughly before using it for our next batch. Our gas brooder is here. It's not been in use since the last batch. We still need to clean it up. So and then ensure everything is okay before introducing our beds. Now this is my drinking system. This is the tank that I made. So I'm going to disconnect everything from this hose, from this flex hose. Once I disconnect everything, take it outside, wash and disinfect it properly before reusing it. So this is the other side of the nipple drinking system. I also disconnected it, including the bed drinker and everything. So I'm going to clean up everywhere. Now, after this repair that I talked about, the next thing will be to use broom to dust off all the cobweb and any other dirt that might be hanging on the net. So we'll use broom to dust everything off. Once we are done with that, we start with the cleaning. So we need to soak the pen properly with detergent solution. That is the first point after sweeping your pen. Then you soak it properly. This is because there are some poop that might be left on the floor that broom could not remove. All you need to do after soaking it, that for some time, you see it will be soaked. Then broom or brush can easily brush it off. So once that is done, I normally advise we make use of strong broom or brush to brush those poop that refuse to leave during sweeping, to sweep them off. Once we are done with that, we start with our washing. So once we are done with our washing, we allow it to dry. Once it's dried, we disinfect. Once it's disinfected, then we can now set up our brooders. So this is how we set up the pen. I'll be showing you step by step. But right now, what I'll be doing today is some minor repair. Remember, I said this place used to be alumaco board, but I've decided to use block to raise it up, at least to improve the pen a bit. So as a result of that, this space became open because there was no net here. So what I'll be doing today, after those repair, I'm still going to place some net here so that it will be covered, because I don't want any rat or anything that I don't want them inside this pen. So I want it strictly for the bed. So I'll also be repairing this place. You can see it's open. This is because this net has been here for a while. So I'm going to replace some of this so that the pen will be very, very okay. This pen, we need to sweep out everything. So you don't want them at all. These are the basic things you do first before sweeping and then cleaning up the pen and then disinfecting the pen. Just like I said, if you want to net your pen, you don't need to make use of this tiny hole, the one that has this tiny hole. Make use of the other one I showed you, so that will last longer for you. The beauty of it all is that it's even the same price that they sell each row. So instead, go with the other one that can last longer for you. You wouldn't want a situation after using your pen for like 1 year, you are now thinking of replacing this net. So that won't be good at all. So make use of something that will last longer for you. So this is it. We are done with this side of the pen right now. So the next thing, those minor repair I talked about, is what I'll be working on now. Okay, now you remember the minor repair I said we were supposed to do, as in changing the net where rats cannot gain access to our pen. We've been able to put them in place. Remember I also said we were going to plaster this block work that we did. We've also been able to do that. The next thing left for us to do is to clean this pen up properly and then set up our brooder. You remember this net? I've also been able to replace it. This particular net, it was weak, the one that was there, so I've placed another one in there. Now this other one too, I've also fixed everything and then plastered the little block work we did. So everything is set now. Rat cannot gain access to this pen right now. So the essence of plastering this block work is this. Otherwise, one would have asked, why don't you just leave the block work? Why plastering it? Now, if you don't plaster it, as soon as these chicks are getting to 4 weeks or so, they will use their pick and then break the whole block. I've experienced that in this other side of the wall before I later come to plaster it. So it's necessary you plaster it to like that 2 or 3 block above the floor, so that their pick cannot get to the block work to scatter it. So I can tell you they will scatter the block work for you if you don't plaster it. So that's the essence of doing this. We need to do a proper clean up, then set up our pen after disinfecting it. So this is where we are today. Thank you so much.